Hey everybody, it's Captain Canada. Welcome to this episode. Today we're talking to a dear friend of mine, Robin. Robin, how are you today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks. Now, are you okay if we use the last name?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when I knew you, you were Robin McAllister, but now,
No,
no,
no, no. I was Robin Ferguson.
Robin Ferguson. That's right. Where did the McAllister come from?
I have no clue.
That's just totally different person. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I
Robin
don't even know who
McAllister,
that is.
I used to work with her at a different company. Well, obviously a different company because I'm in my apartment right now. But Robin McAllister, she was another good person. But Robin Ferguson, I went to high school with. We're off to a rip-roaring start on this video, aren't we? Good Lord. Robin Ferguson has now become Robin Larkin.
That's correct.
And congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
If anybody deserves happiness, Robin, it's you.
Thank you.
And no, my pleasure. And we went to high school together in Bramley after I moved back here from England. And I want to say, Robin, on the record, that when I came back from England, I had nobody that I had as friends because it was a fresh start back in an old country, if that makes sense at all. But you were one of the most friendly and open people and accepting people that I've ever met. So I thank you for your kindness back then.
I often think of photography class that we were in grade 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And, it's still a very vivid memory. We had so much fun in that class.
Yeah.
It never went anywhere for me. I never did anything with photography, but I always remember how much fun you and I had when we were in that class together. So
do you remember we had to do a presentation in that class with slides?
Yes.
And I, forgive me, Brad, if you're listening, I did one with Brad. Do you remember Brad?
Maybe. I don't.
Oh, look at the dog. Who's that?
Yeah. This is Angus.
Angus? Hey, puppy. Angus.
You see the camera, buddy?
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hello, Angus. He's like, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we did one with Brad, and Brad was like a tall guy. He was like 6'2", I think, at the time, maybe 6'3". Nice guy. And we had to do like closing credits.
Right.
And of course, back then, I as I am now, still, I was a big fan of U2, the band, and you probably remember that. Yeah. And I had mine as I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I still love that tune. But Brad had a picture of him leaning up against a wall like this and with his arms crossed and playing George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone.
It was a fun class. It really
was a lot of fun. Who was the teacher? Can you remember?
No.
I was thinking yesterday because I was talking to Cameron, who we both went to school with.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about some of the teachers back then. One of them was Mr. Kelleher.
Yes.
Dave Kelleher. He was great. And there was an older gentleman, and you and I were in his class, I think. It was a religion class. Did you study?
Mr. Edie?
No. He was an older guy. Big guy. He had a beard. But he was the nicest guy as far as teachers go. He treated everybody like friends rather than students, you know?
I don't remember.
I can't remember his name for the life. I could whip my yearbook out and I could show your photograph in it.
Oh God.
And see it, but that's another show, I guess.
You definitely don't want to do that.
No, you don't want me to do that. I want to do it. And you know what? It's my show. So no, I'm just kidding. So Robin, since you left high school, you've gone on to do a few things with your life. You moved out to BC at one point.
I did.
Isn't it beautiful out there?
It is gorgeous out there, and I would have stayed, but circumstances didn't allow it. And I moved back here. I had a daughter, and she's now 27. And I just worked. I worked driving forklifts and, working in a warehouse, and did that for quite a long time, and educated myself along the way, and led me to doing some of the things that I currently do.
Which is a great segue. Well done. I appreciate you leading me in there like that. So
You're
among other
very
things,
welcome. Very welcome.
yeah, thank you. So you were at one point, you were a manager at a forklift company.
I was.
So you had gained enough knowledge to become high up in the
Yeah, I was the manager of the operational training department, and I had a couple of trainers underneath me. I still went out and trained. I didn't sit in an office and be a manager. I was a working manager. I went out and trained, and I used to travel all over Ontario to do training, as far as Ottawa, Cornwall, Windsor, that type of thing. Plus
Wow.
local GTA stuff for doing training. So I wasn't in the office. It was very rare that I actually went in the office. So I didn't have a desk. I didn't have a phone number. It was always direct to my cell phone, and I was busy. And I was there for about 7.5 years.
That's a fair time.
Yeah.
But when you left there, now as a lot of times happens nowadays, the company closed its Ontario division, I guess.
It's rearranged its training department.
Okay, and that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just went out on my own.
Right. So you started a company, you bought into a company, a family business.
Correct? I did.
Named Correct Fire and Security. Correct Fire and Security.
Yeah.
Now, Correct Fire and Security has been going for a number of years. It's not just it's not just one of these startup companies that's happened as a result of COVID. No. This is it's established.
Yep, it's established. We've been in business since 1997. My aunt and uncle owned it, and they retired, and I purchased it January of 2019.
That's fantastic.
This is the beginning of year 3 for us.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It must be comforting to know that you have that backing behind you that they had established already, right?
Right. Yes, absolutely. And just like anything else, customers leave due to life circumstances. But we are always there for, whoever needs us, even if it isn't to have somebody sign on as a customer. If you need help with something, then if we are able to, then we'll come and do what it is that we need to do. And that's sometimes amazing. We gain a customer because we've gone out of our way to help them, even though they're not currently part of our establishment. So,
well, as you do know, I was in sales for a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I found is that, if a customer leaves, let's say, you can't get mad at the customer. Sure, it's a hit to your pocket, but at the end of the day, you don't know what their situation is.
Right.
And if you treat them with respect when they're leaving, there's a strong possibility that they might come back if their situation changes, right?
Absolutely.
You gotta treat people with respect and treat them how you want to be treated. It's the old adage, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's good. And now I understand that with your company, and I didn't know this, but we figured it out, or I figured it out through talking to you, that you have an incentive bonus with it?
Yes. Actually, I have an incentive. Any of our current customers that refer us to somebody else and they sign up for a security system and monitoring, then they get 2 months free. So if you gave me 6 new customers in a year, you could go a whole entire year without paying for any monitoring.
So let's say I live in an apartment building.
Yeah.
I'm on the 14th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 20 units per floor.
Right.
It's a big building, right?
That is a big building.
Right. Well, so it's actually technically only 13 floors because they don't have a 13th floor. I get one of your systems installed.
Yes.
And I say to everybody in the building, because you know me, I talk to everybody and anybody.
Absolutely.
And I get everybody in the building involved.
That's right.
I would get 2 free months per person that signs up.
Correct.
I'll be right back. No,
okay.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
But that's amazing. How it goes. And I have it on my back of my business card.
Yeah.
So it's a constant offer. It isn't something that is just like a here and there kind of offer. It's an all the time offer. So for the past 2 full years, that has been the offer. And I've had a couple of customers that have brought other people on, and then they get their 2 months for free.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
As we said before, it's the 4-letter F word that everybody likes.
Free. Yes. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And fish. Fish is also a 4-letter.
Yeah. Not everybody likes fish, though.
No, not everybody.
I'm noticing my backdrop. Look at the horns. Isn't that awesome?
That's nice. I like that.
I need to get one of those forks, like the trident kind of things. Anyway, so you offer it with that company, with your company, you offer everything like home security, right? Like alarms, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors,
blood detectors, everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Cameras, surveillance systems, all that kind of stuff we do. And it isn't just for homes, it's for industrial units, commercial units. We've done big camera installs at large companies. So it's not just for, everyday home stuff. So we ourselves have cameras here too, so that we can show our customers what the cameras look like on your app, on your phone, and that kind of stuff.
Wonderful. Wow. That's pretty cool. I've always wanted one, but I mean, I live in an apartment. I figure if they come in through the balcony, they've climbed 14 floors to get in here. I'll open it for them. They must be tired.
Right. Yeah, they deserve to come in. That's right. Absolutely.
I always say half of nothing is nothing. So if they really want to take what I've got, But anyway, so that's a really cool business in itself. But the other one that you do is cool too, and that's correct compliance, where you give forklift training and material handling equipment training.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, after
or did I just sum it up properly?
No. After being with that company I was with for 7.5 years, I went out on my own, and I offer forklift material handling equipment. So that covers everything: your forklifts, reach trucks, all those things that you use in a warehouse. I do train-the-trainer programs. I do health and safety policies for people. I do harness inspections. I'm now a certified harness inspector. I just took my 3-day course I guess it was November. And that's what we do. So I go from place to place, and I do training for companies that need it. So
that's pretty cool. And you issue licenses and stuff like that?
No such thing as a license.
No forklift license?
No, it's called a certificate of competency. That's what it's called.
I'm out.
Everybody calls it a forklift license, but there's really no such thing as a forklift license. You have to be verified every 3 years on the equipment, or originally and officially certified on equipment. So it's a certificate.
La-di-da. And it's
I know, right?
On giving, right? It's like the Jelly of the Month Club.
And I issue cards, and you get a nice little wall certificate that says you're super duper and you got a gold star and all that fun stuff.
Captain Canadad has completed his...
There you go, see?
But here's the thing. Now, you give these training seminars with COVID, and I want to ask this. I know we've talked about it. With online training and that now, because of COVID, does that impact you, or you still go in and do the training right there?
Still go in and do the training. My website also has online training, but I don't offer online forklift or scissor lift training due to the fact that that is a type of training that I honestly believe you need to be in person for. It's
gotcha.
For example, let's say, for example, you wanted to learn how to drive a scissor lift. So you did an online scissor lift course. Who's going to do your practical evaluation? Who's going to show you how to drive that piece of equipment? Yeah. It's actually going to cost you more to do it that way than it would be to hire a trainer in person to come in and actually do the training. So even though I offer online training, I still go in to facilities, and I have my own COVID precautions, right? I wear a mask, I stay away from everybody. Attendance sheets have to be signed. I leave it on a neutral table that's away from me that everybody can come up and sign, and I don't go near it until everybody's completed. Everybody gets their own pen and their own booklet that they keep, that they don't give back to me because I don't want it back. So I try to do as much as I can and give as much to the trainees as I can. so that we stay within the COVID parameters. So.
Well, you have to, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. But it's excellent to hear that you're doing that, and it. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You can't really do. You can't really check the quality of somebody's driving ability while they're in their living room. I mean, some people may have that luxury of having a massive living room, but I know I sure as hell don't.
No. And the other thing that I have, and I don't want to bash people that are doing online training, it's just you could do the course for somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? You could do the online portion for somebody else and answer everything and put that person's name on it. How do I know as an administrator if you actually are the person that took the program? So,
yeah,
you know, that kind of deters me from putting that kind of stuff online. So,
yeah. Well, keep it true to yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love doing it. I love meeting new people. I love, it doesn't bother me to stand up in front of a group of 20 people and do a forklift program. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
When I was with one of my companies that I was, not my companies, but the companies that I worked with, I used to do women's training, a couple of them.
Oh, yes.
The gratification you get from training somebody and seeing that they have gained the knowledge when you finished.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
That's my favorite program is Train the Trainer. Which I'm doing this week. Actually, I'm actually working this afternoon. I'm doing an afternoon shift for a company, and I'm doing a train the trainer. And I love to do it because you take those people from the very beginning where they don't really have any understanding of the training side of it, and you can basically mold them into knowing the information, having the ability to do presentations, and that part of it I just absolutely love. So
wow,
I love doing
awesome. Well, and you know what? With the knowledge that I have of you, now obviously I was talking to Cameron yesterday, it's been 32 years since you and I actually hung out as friends. I mean, I have seen you a few times in between.
Yeah.
But 32 years, you've probably changed a little bit since high school.
A little.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, a little.
But I can really see you doing an entertaining training session too. So
yes, I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. The way I look at it is if you can't make fun of yourself, then you know it's no fun, right? And I do it all the time. I make fun of myself and joke around with everybody in class, and it puts the people in the class, whether it's a Train the Trainer or a regular program, it puts them at ease.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody likes a training program. Nobody wants to sit there for 4, 5, 6 hours and listen to somebody ramble on and talk about something. So I try to make it as entertaining as I possibly can.
You done talking yet? Holy crap.
You asked a question.
I know. That's what I'm here for. You ever meet one of those people that's so boring they just open their mouth and you fall asleep?
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
That was me falling asleep. Did you see that?
I'm so sorry.
Well, no, Robin, you are anything but boring, let me tell you. So that's really cool, the training thing. I get where you're coming from. And honestly, if I was into driving forklifts now, I'm beaten up and old and I can't do that kind of crap anymore.
No?
But if I was into it, or I would definitely book you. Not because I know you. Well, yeah, because I know you, because I know your personality and who you are and what you are. But I think my employees would get a real decent amount of training from you. So if you guys, anybody watching this is interested in that, you can certainly look Robin up. I'm going to leave internet connections, or what do they call it? Websites?
Website link?
A link. That's the one. Sorry.
That's it.
And they are Correct Compliance. This is the forklift training or material handling equipment training, and that's correctcompliance.ca. And then the second one is Correct Fire and Security, and that's the alarm systems, and that's correctfireandsecurity.ca. And I'll leave those links at the end of this video so that people can check up on that and give you a call if they want to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I strongly urge people to do so, not because I know Robin, but because I know Robin will do it right. So on top of that, Now, you were always into sports.
Yes.
Back in high school. And you were also into beer. So it ties together.
Well, I still love beer. Yes.
Yeah. Not sports so much, but beer, yeah.
Oh, no, I do love sports too. I do love sports too. We actually just built a bar in our basement with taps.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Right next to the baseball diamond.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the baseball diamond, yes.
Well, you know what they say. If you build it, he will come.
Yeah, well that's what they say. Yeah. So but yes, I still love sports. We still the year we weren't able to really do much, but my husband and I both play softball. So.
Is it 3-pitch?
We play 3-pitch and we've played fast pitch as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not that great at fast pitch, but I still try.
Well, I mean, you do what you got to, right?
Right.
Step in front of it. It's a free base.
Yeah, I know, but it hurts a lot. I don't want to do that.
Just stack you're right-handed?
I am.
So stack your left side with pillows. It's all good.
Right. Yeah. No.
Your on-base percentage would go up.
Right. Yeah.
So, you volunteer to make that whole league that you work, right?
Yes, I for the past 4 years have been the president of the softball association where I live.
Okay.
So
how's that working out?
Thanks to COVID, it's not.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that 2021 is going to allow us to have those kids on the field again. The last couple of years, we've had about 700 people registered for ball. Yeah, wow. We're a small town, but we have a lot of people that just love it. The kids love it. We do end of the year events for the kids and trophies and awards and all that fun stuff. So, and it's playoffs and the whole bit, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of.
Oh, you're freezing on me.
Work
Hold on.
for the people that are on the board, but it's also a lot. So.
All right, that's cool. That's very cool.
And
you have a banquet at the end of the year.
We do. We have it's usually just for the grown-ups. So it's and we have quite a few adult leagues as well, along with all the kid leagues. So yeah, banquet, trophies, food.
I have a trophy around here somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah, I coached my daughter's t-ball team. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah.
And there's still kids that it was 9 years ago. And there's still kids that'll see me and say, Coach Kevin. And I'm like, who the hell are you, punk? So, yeah, I have to have a sip here. I cut my tongue on the inside, and it's so painful.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see.
Who's that?
That's Angus.
Angus.
Slobbering all over my desk.
They do that. What kind of dog is Angus?
Angus is a King Corso. He's a Roddy Italian Mastiff.
Big boy.
And he thinks he's a lap dog. He probably weighs about 130 pounds.
Good Lord.
And he thinks he's a lap dog. My other one, who's extremely lazy, who you won't see, is Boxer Mastiff. And he's just little fat.
Built like a barrel.
Like a barrel, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right on.
Yes.
Right on. So it sounds like you've got a lot keeping you busy.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of keeping you busy, I have a thing that I like to do with my guests, and it's called 17 questions. And basically, I just ask you these 17 questions.
Okay.
And gives us an insight as to smaller details about Robin. Okay.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, you should have seen what Cameron had to say about you. No, I'm
just
kidding. No.
Oh dear. I'll have to have a word with him.
You should have a lot of words with him. Have you seen the stuff that guy does now?
Yes.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it's incredible. Yeah. Anytime somebody's looking for stuff like that, I always tag him in it in Facebook so that people can go to him and get it. So maybe I'll get one for free.
It's hard to believe that he has grown into who he is today.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We were talking about a couple of people, and he mentioned Mike Onions.
Oh yeah.
And you always knew he was destined.
He's in the States now, right?
He is. He's got a couple of car dealerships going too.
Yes, yeah.
So, but you always knew that guy was destined for greatness, if you will.
Yes. Yeah.
So he was a good guy. Good guy. So anyway, 17 questions. So first one, tea or coffee?
That would definitely be coffee.
Yeah. How do you have it?
My raccoon.
Yeah.
Mug.
How do you have it?
Black with 2 sugars. Black with 2 sugars. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think your alarm system just went off.
Yeah.
The next question, I think I know the answer to. Cats or dogs?
Yeah. There we go.
That really didn't affect it.
That would be dogs. I'm unfortunately not a cat person. No? I would never harm a cat. I'm not a fan of them.
Well, I think it was Cameron I was telling. I like cats, but I couldn't eat a full one. So no, I'm a cat person throughout.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had cats. I love them. I've got 2 right now. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. Most embarrassing moment that you would like to share with us?
I have a lot.
Well, tell as many as you like. It's your show. Well, it's my show. Don't forget that. But
I think the one, I don't even know if it would be embarrassing, but that would be, the drunk soliloquy conversation.
So I'm going to interrupt you, and I'll tell the story because I was a sober one. So we went, as anybody who watches my shows knows, we used to hang out with a guy named Eric, and we used to always go to Eric's place on weekends. Eric's mom was very laid back, and she would let everybody come over, and that was the place where we would hang out, so we were safe and, off the streets and kind of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And one time Robin was there, and Robin upped the stock price of Labatt's, I think. Labatt's, if you'd like to send an endorsement check. That weekend. You all right?
Yeah.
Stay with me.
Yeah, I'm good.
And the way I remember it now, again, it's been a long time since then, 32 years.
Yeah.
But you were more liquid than you were solid at the point, I think.
Probably. Yeah.
And we were sitting on the couch next to each other, and I turned to you and I asked you a question, and out of nowhere, you just went, "It's a soliloquy." And I was like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? I don't know what you were thinking at the time, or I didn't even know you knew the word soliloquy.
God.
Soliloquy.
Yeah. That is pretty much how it happened. And to this day, I still remember. Oh, yeah. So funny.
Yeah.
But yes, that would probably just rehearing the story again is an embarrassing moment. But,
yeah. Oh, it's fun.
It was all in fun. Yeah. Soliloquy. Now, and I tried to explain it to my husband, and he didn't quite understand.
Well, have him watch this.
I will.
I'm sure he will.
I'll get him to watch it.
But I have to ask you after you bring that up. And you did, in fairness, bring that up.
I did.
What's a soliloquy?
A soliloquy is when you're speaking out loud to yourself. More so in a play, like a person giving their thoughts outwardly to everybody, so they can.
And did you know that back when you were?
No,
I didn't.
No.
Think. And furthermore, just to go along with what you said,
oh gosh,
what's a soliloquy?
I don't know.
That was the beauty.
Maybe it's more than one person talking out loud.
It's like a duet.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Anyways, there's my embarrassing moment.
Well, it was, you know what? It was fun. It was really fun. So.
But look, 30-something years later, we're still talking about it. So.
I tell everybody. But anyway. So the next question, Xbox or PlayStation?
I play both.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have a preference at all, or?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I don't. I don't have any like brand new Xbox and PlayStation stuff. I have older versions that I play. My husband hates video games. I love them. They're a good stress reliever. I like to go play them, whether they're shooting games or fun cartoony games. But it doesn't matter to me. I have old Sega Genesis. I've got them all.
You got a Genesis?
I do, with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I used to have a Genesis. My brother Mitchell gave it to me. And,
oh, yeah.
And it had I think it was the NASCAR racing.
Oh, okay.
And you worked your way up through the ranks, but the game would freeze before you got to NASCAR. And I was like, you son of a mother.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone or Android?
Android.
Android.
Yep.
Okay, so you're my 5th interview, I guess. You're the first person to say Android.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have any Apple products in my house.
I'm actually allergic to fruit. An apple is a fruit that I'm allergic to. So I'm serious. I know you're looking at me like, are you kidding me here or what?
So yeah, no, I don't have any. We don't have a iPad, iPhone, iPod. We don't have any Apple stuff. It's all Android.
I pooed.
That's good. That's very good.
Just thought I'd share that with you and the watchers.
Nice.
Any broken bones?
Other than a toe, no.
No? Okay.
No.
That's fair.
No.
One that you know of?
No, I haven't broken anything other than a toe.
All right.
Yeah. I think I would know if I broke a bone.
Not necessarily. Again, we keep going back to Cameron, but Cameron broke a bone in his wrist and didn't know about it.
Really?
So, yeah. So
not that I'm aware of then.
All right.
Okay.
We'll let it go.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a celebrity necessarily, but if you could bring back one person to talk to them or meet one person, they don't have to be dead either, who would it be?
Wow.
We ask the hard questions.
That is a tough question.
You want to come back to it?
I don't know.
No?
I could say, you know, rock stars or somebody like that, but I wouldn't really have any interest in them. Maybe Amelia Earhart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's an interesting answer.
Powerful lady, right?
Yeah.
Did stuff on her own way before it was, you know, something that was heard of, that women are flying planes and, you know, doing stuff like that.
She was the first flight attendant.
Right. It would probably be her, I guess, if I had to guess somebody. Yeah.
She was the first flight attendant, I think.
The first flight attendant?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Whatever. Favorite holiday destination?
Holiday destination. Probably Mexico. Oh, no. It was Mexico, but now it's Panama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my husband and I have been there twice. And if we could, we would retire there.
I feel a song coming on.
Panama.
Yeah, no. We don't endorse music here. I can get fined for that. Thanks, Robin.
No problem. We went there once and absolutely fell in love with it. And then we went again a couple of years ago. So yeah, we would go back for sure.
Is the canal as impressive as people say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We went on a tour. I didn't want to go, and I went kicking and screaming. And I absolutely loved it. It was fascinating. The new canal is open now. They opened a new one.
Wow.
Because when they built the original canal, it was built for boats then, right? And the boats are so much wider now that they weren't able to get through properly, so they built a bigger canal, another one.
Like the cruise ships, you mean? That kind of
the oil tankers and the cruise ships and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those things
it's
are huge.
Fortune for boats to go through there. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yes, it is impressive. If you ever get to go there, I recommend going and seeing it.
Right on. Yeah. I was talking, probably Cameron, to somebody who was saying about Vegas. You ever been to Vegas?
No, not yet.
No. Oh, it was Kim. Kim lives in Vegas, and I think Cameron, no, Rumman, the magician. If you get a chance, watch Rumman's interview. He's an awesome guy. But he was saying about Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, but I hear it's quite the thing to see as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Favorite movie?
Princess Bride.
Isn't that a classic?
I love that movie. It is my all-time favorite. I could watch it over and over again.
What's your favorite line from it?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name.
Wait, who is it?
The one who says, the one in Inigo Otoya,
you killed my father. Inigo Montoya, you killed my father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
Yes, that is my absolute. I love that movie. Love it.
You know what mine is? You ready for this?
I am ready.
Anybody want a peanut? Fezzik, when he asks if everybody wants a peanut, just the way he says it. I saw a shirt with that on, actually. He was like a arcade or a Charlie Brown character.
Oh, okay.
And it says, anybody want a peanut underneath? Pineapple on your pizza?
Absolutely.
Atta girl. Girl. That's kind of 50-50 on that with people, I'm finding.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I remember you actually, at Eric's place, we always used to get pizza. Yeah. And I remembered you always loved pizza or pineapple on your pizza, even back then.
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Real or fake?
What?
Christmas trees. What do you think I meant?
I don't know.
No, I don't answer.
It used to be real, but my husband is allergic, so now it has to be fake.
Those allergies, they get in the way of everything.
They sure do.
I did an interview yesterday with a gentleman by the name of Jay Kemp.
Okay.
If you get a chance, watch his interview. This guy has had such an... I introduce him as, if not the most interesting man on the planet, the second.
Wow.
He's got some stories to tell, Jay has. But he sent me a message afterwards, and he mentioned the fact that, it takes 20 years for a tree to grow. You chop it down, just put decorations on, and then throw it off your balcony. That's a waste. And he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I love a real tree. But after hearing that, it's one of the, it actually hit me what he said. So I feel like an ass. But anyway.
I loved the real tree, but I have the same thought process now that, regardless of whether my husband's allergic or not, I probably would have gone the route of an artificial tree just for the sake of saving the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In your life, we've all gone through a life up to this point. If you could do one thing over again, what would it be? Whether to change it or because you enjoyed it so much, whatever the case is.
I wouldn't change anything.
No?
No. If I changed anything, it wouldn't allow me to be who I am now. Right?
I'm just going to throw this out there to you, though.
Yeah.
5 syllables. Soliloquy.
I wouldn't change anything.
All right.
Because then we wouldn't have fun stories, right? I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't. Now, do again because I enjoyed it as much as I did. Probably trips with my daughter when she was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's an adult now. She's 27 years old. And I look back at some pictures and, we went on trips to LA when my brother was living out there. And we had so much fun and so many memories. That I would probably want to do again. But I would never change anything.
Wow. That's interesting. I got a list as long as my arm. But anyway, favorite binge TV show?
Ooh. I loved True Blood.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
And I'm currently binging The 100.
My wife tried to get me watching that the other day, but I don't want to badmouth it, but I couldn't get into it.
I'm on the last season, and it is getting weird, not going to lie.
This was the first episode.
Oh, no, it was good. It was good. That would probably be my 2. Watch Blacklist is a good one, too.
She's watched that, too. If you want a recommendation, It's on. I don't know. I think it's on Amazon. Amazon, if you'd like to give me a free membership to your streaming service, that would be great. It's called The Last Kingdom.
I don't think I've heard of that. Is it a show or it's a show?
It's a show, yeah, and it's set in like Viking days.
Okay.
But it's actually historic. Like it holds a lot of information in there that is. I mean, I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. But it seems to be accurate based on what I was taught from school. So
right.
So it's interesting. It's a very interesting show. And it's one of those ones that, you watch one and then you're like, when's the next one on? When's the next one on? Right. So, yeah. So give it a look.
All right.
The Last Kingdom.
Okay. I'll have to make note of that and take
a look. You will now. You've committed.
Absolutely. Or should be.
What's that?
Or the other. Or I should be committed.
Next question. Do you play any musical instruments?
No.
No? Spoons, even?
Yes.
You play the spoons?
I can play the spoons. I can play the triangle and the tambourine. That's pretty much. You like that?
Get that old time religion going.
I don't play. I wish I did. I wish I was talented to do that, but no.
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 That happens.
It does.
You're a good instructor, so I mean,
I am.
Right? Would you give that up?
No.
There you
go.
No. Favorite band?
Whoo.
The Who? Yeah. You like The Who?
No. I like The Who.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite band. I don't have a favorite genre. I like them all. I'm just not a huge fan of country.
No, old country or new country or either?
Either. Well, I'd say old country. I like, like the Merle Haggards, the Willie Nelson, the stuff that I grew up on. But I'm not a huge fan. But I don't have a favorite band. Like, oh my God, I gotta go see them. I don't have anything like that.
They've done a study actually on country music, old country music, and there's hidden messages in them.
Is there?
If you play country music backwards, your wife comes back, your truck starts working, your dog comes home, you get a job.
Awesome.
Tough crowd today.
It's a tough one.
Best concert you ever went to?
Alice Cooper, New Year's Eve.
Really? Where was that?
I believe it was in Toronto. I can't remember if it was Skydome. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I would have to say that was probably one of the best concerts that I've ever been to. It was awesome.
There was the Skydome, or Rogers Center as it is now, is an amazing venue for concerts.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody yesterday I saw the U2 concert there when they were here, not when they were here the time before, and they had the roof open, and it was
nice.
It was incredible, just amazing in there. But a little known fact about the Skydome, when they were building it, they had a contest to name it. You remember that?
I did. I think so. Yes.
There was a big group of people that wanted it to be named after Conn Smythe.
Okay.
But the problem with that is that it would have been called the Condome. Oh, if you were able...
Oh, dear. You just have not changed a bit.
Well, I have a little.
A little bit. But
bit off the top and the sides. If you were to be, and there's no proof that this happens, but if you were to be reincarnated, what would you want to come back as?
That's a tough one.
Your choice.
Well, I love cows, but I wouldn't want to be a cow because I'll end up getting killed. I'd say dog, but there's so many animals out there that are getting abused and mistreated. I would love a dog life, though. Sleep, eat, do nothing. That would be fantastic.
Lick your own butt.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that, but I honestly don't know.
No, eh? Could be a person.
I'd like to come back as somebody with a little bit of wealth, maybe. You know?
You know what? The old adage, money can't buy me love. Oh, you're damn right it can. It can buy you anything nowadays.
I think a little bit of wealth and good health, and you know, whatever else comes with it. That would be a good wish for reincarnation.
All right.
I don't have a specific person in mind.
I have a bit deeper thinking, but
okay.
Mine is I'd like to come back as my daughter's child because I want to see what kind of parent she's grown into.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I can get her back for all the shit that she's done to me since she's been around. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, one thing that you mentioned during our little 17 questions, thank you for participating in that. It's fun,
you're
isn't
welcome.
It? It's a bit of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned your brother.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's good. Yeah, he's a big boss. He works for a tunneling company, and he's been traveling all over the world for the past 10 years.
All over.
Yeah, he's been in Malaysia and Singapore and Dubai and Russia and you name it. He's been everywhere. He's been.
You know where he is now?
He's here. He's here in Ontario.
Oh, he's back home.
Yeah, he's back home right now.
Just for the holidays, or because of COVID, or what?
For the holidays, and I think he's supposed to be starting a job in the Toronto area for tunneling.
He must like that.
So he's but he's married now, and he's got a little boy, and and living in my old house that I had with my parents.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
But yeah, he's back here now. So but I mean, I hadn't really seen him a lot. He only when he came home for holidays and stuff, because he was traveling all the time. So
yeah, I used to watch his Facebook updates, and he'd be all in these exotic places, and I'd be like, "You ass."
He worked in India for 4 or 5 years, and doing the tunneling and all that, and yeah, he's lived in some pretty interesting places. Not a lot of people get that opportunity, so yeah, it's pretty good.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. What's his wife's name again?
Anna.
She's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
At least in pictures. I haven't met her, but yeah. So that's awesome. Wow. Well, thank you for that. Now, back to your businesses.
Sure.
Just want to remember what we were talking about. So there was the 2 businesses, and my computer's going wonky on me here. There we go. The first one is now see, I apologize because I got them in the wrong chronological order, I guess.
That's okay.
So the first one was Correct Compliance, and that's where you do all your training for forklifts and scissor lifts. And forgive my ignorance, which I'm learning I have a lot of lately. A scissor lift, is that the one with the platform? It goes like straight up and okay. Those things look like a lot of fun.
They can be, yeah.
I would love to get on one of them.
Yeah.
And people can get in touch with you for that at correctcompliance.ca.
Yeah.
There's also a number. Do you want me to give the number, or you just want to leave the website for now?
You can give the number if you want.
All right. So the phone number for that is 647-615-3772. Correct Compliance, and that's the material handling equipment training. And the second one is the correctfireandsecurity.ca. Now, that's for all your home security needs, business security needs, surveillance needs.
Yep.
Not people sitting in the parking lot watching their building.
No,
they didn't think so.
Not security guards, nothing like that. It's just video surveillance or home security systems, business security systems.
How would you define that? Would that be remote security?
No, it's just security system.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it sound like, defined or something. So
no, there's really no real definition other than it's a home system.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, again, that's correctfireandsecurity.ca, and the phone number for that is 226-383-8255. 8412. If you're looking for a home security system, give Robin a call. Tell her that I sent you, and she won't do anything different, but she'll hook you up with a home security system.
I might.
You might do something different.
We'll put something in there. We'll figure something out.
You hang up.
Kevin sent you? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Kevin who? Captain what? That's what you'll be saying. So, and also, if you're in the Orangeville area and you want to get involved in baseball, softball, t-ball, you do t-ball still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're in Fergus, not Orangeville.
Oh, Fergus. I'm sorry. Right. Fergus is a great little town, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Great little town. The market's closed completely, hasn't it?
Yes.
That's so bad. So sad.
Yeah. I mean, there's little stores in there now, but they don't do the market there like they used to.
That was such a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to plug Fergus Market. A little too late. Maybe if we'd done it sooner, we could have helped.
Maybe.
Them. But everybody in Fergus, if you're looking to play sports in the summer, you don't do a winter league?
No, I've thought about it a couple of times, but again, we do so much work throughout the summer that the winter time is a break for everybody that's on the board.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, if you're interested in doing a little bit of sports and you're in the Fergus area, do you have to be a resident of Fergus to play in the league?
No.
Okay.
Now, we have people that come from Guelph and Mount Forest and Arthur and all over the place.
Interesting. Interesting. Give Robin how can they get in touch with you for that?
They can go on to the website, which is Center Wellington, cwsoftball.ca.
cwsoftball.ca.
Yeah.
And you can hook up. When do registrations start for that, Robin?
Unfortunately, registrations are put on hold right now. We usually have them open effective this coming weekend, but we don't know what's happening because of lockdown. So we don't want to open registration yet and then have everybody not be able to be registered.
I hear you. What a nightmare this has turned into.
It has. I mean, last year we refunded everybody that had signed up, so it was a big pain in the you-know-what to have to write checks to everybody for the registration. So we want to put it on hold. It's going to be on hold until at least the beginning of February so that we can figure out what's going on.
Wow. Well, I hope that gets back up and running for you.
I do too, because these kids, the kids need it more than the adults do. But I mean, we all need it. We all need that exercise and that socialization. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get everything up and running again this year.
Well, my fingers crossed with you there. I'll keep even my legs crossed. I don't care.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. That is tough. Other than that, have you known anybody that's been affected with COVID by any chance?
No. I don't.
I have a friend that caught it, made it through, thankfully.
Good.
Yeah, but it's so tough, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
I'm happy for you that your businesses are still staying active.
Yeah, we're busy, which is good. Yeah.
Well, it is good, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, because, as they say, bills don't pay themselves.
No, definitely not.
I'd just like to say on the record that if anybody out there is looking to get paid their bills that I have, and you want to cover that for me, as a result, I'll gladly endorse your company on. That's
fantastic.
Right? What? There was no advertising.
Let's hope that works for you.
Yeah, how's that working out so far? Right? They're knocking still, the same as anybody else.
That's right. Yeah.
Robin, thank you so much for coming here today. I really do appreciate it. It's been great catching up with you. And as always, whenever I see you, you brought a smile to my face with the memories and just by being yourself. So thank you.
Thanks. For that. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and we'll have to do it again.
Absolutely. Anytime you want to talk about your stuff or just in general.
Perfect.
It's a chat, as in chit chat show
that
I'm doing. And if you know of anybody that might want to come on and promote something or just talk to me, I'm here. Give them my information. I'll gladly do it with anybody. And that goes for everybody out there that's watching. For those of you that are watching, please visit Robin's websites. And if you're interested in any of the services that she provides, she'll even give you a lesson on soliloquies.
I'll try.
I had to get that in there one more time. If you're interested in reaching out to Robin, please do so. She's a great person. You won't be sorry you did. And by all means, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, because I've got plenty more stuff coming up that are a lot more interesting. No, I'm just kidding. I've got a lot more interviews coming up in the future.
Good.
I'm actually doing 1 or 2 next weekend with people that I grew up with in England.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really looking forward to that, because I left there in 87.
Yeah.
It's been, and even then, some of these people I kind of lost contact with, as you do when you leave high school.
Sure.
Right. So it's been a long time since I've seen these guys. So I'm really looking forward to catching up with them. And you know, the other thing about that is that it takes this show international.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's a good way to be able to keep in touch with people.
Yeah. And show people that I've actually finally grown up.
No, you don't want to grow up.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny smidge.
As much as I needed to get by.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Robin, once again, as always. Great.
You are very welcome, Kevin. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it. And folks, thanks for watching. Don't necessarily go out, but do something great today. Thanks for watching. And woof from the dogs indeed.
Yeah.
Take care. Thanks again, Robin.
All righty.
Bye, everybody. Shut up.